um, for the summers, they look at the radio monitor, Risa. They look at what's playing on radio and TV. They get all the charts and all the numbers for them
Submission.
Yes.
You know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG, shout out to Rash K. Set a new standard, other bars in the...
Hi everyone, welcome to the round table brought to you by the Masterclass podcast. It's about the state of SA hip hop as we know it right now. I'm not alone. I got some couple of people who love and care about SA hip hop. We're gonna talk about all the problems and try to come up with solutions. I'm gonna introduce everyone from my right. We have Illy the host from Hype Magazine, part of the culture. And then next to him we have DJ Fifla, one of the few female hip hop DJs, also a broadcaster. And then we have Not Benjamin, sometimes Benjamin. A rapper, a producer, events organizer, promoter. He also put a lot of kids on. He cares about this SA hip hop shit. And then we have a veteran, OG, DJ Switch, the mixtape king. You know what I mean? And he also has the Put Me On Switch podcast, putting a lot of kids on. Shout out to that. And then we have, I don't know if I can introduce him like he introduces himself. Yo, that's the mic, do the most.
Don't dare me to do it, because I'll sit here for a full minute. Of course, a lot of the entire, a lot of the every, a lot of the light-skinned baby daddies, a lot of the babies. Shake them is the verdict. The crop top, don't get it twisted. Not the tank, the crop, don't get it twisted. We're at Fashion Week front seat. Lot of the fits, that's the boy, yes. Himity the boy, of course.
Yeah, the lot of the chop. And then next to him we have one of the pioneers in female emceeing in SA, Gigi Lemaine. She also has a podcast, POV, point of view, Shout out to that. And then my partner in crime, my co-host, OG, the triple, Sam K. He's also a broadcaster and a radio producer. What's happening?
We're back at it like crack addicts. You know what time it is. The Masterclass podcast. This is episode 124. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the students that plug in every Friday. We thought we should do something special for you guys so that it's not just me and Rashid talking shit. We're going to have some other people talk shit today. So shout out to the panel and everyone for pulling up. It's going to be exciting. I don't even know where to start, Rashid. I feel like the game is at a place where we don't even need to introduce anybody. Whatever you guys feel like you want to get off your chest today, the platform is here. If you want to school people on a lot of things, that's what we're here for. The Masterclass is here for that, right?
Aye.
On the agenda, Rashid.
On the agenda, SA hip hop is struggling right now. Let's not lie about it. Look at the radio monitor. You don't see a hip hop song on top 50. The first guy you see is AKA with Company, which is not hip hop, and he's been off the game for a while. It means there's nothing been happening since, And another song that you see on radio monitor is KO Sete, which is not hip hop. Not yet. Not yet. I was use the mic there much. So I don't know if there's an agenda or there's something happening. I was talking to DJ Sebi. he's been pushing for Usmamane to be playlisted on Metro. It's not playlisted. The song is gold. The song is everywhere. I don't know. There's that problem. There's that problem with radio stations with SA hip hop. So when you submit a hip hop song, they like, we're not taking hip hop right now. So it's about genre. It's not about the music. What if the song is good? What if there's a song bigger than Imalening, a song bigger than Gutu, but you're gonna ignore it because it's labeled hip hop? You know, you go to record companies, they like, no, we're not taking hip hop right now. You know, without even giving music a listen. You know, I don't know if that's an agenda. Somebody's pushing that. You know, we had 5 to 6 radio stations canning hip hop shows at the same time. Is that a coincidence or there's an agenda? So let's talk about it.
Good question. Actually, let's start somewhere else. I don't know. That's
I wanted to ask really just for our esteemed panel, right? Raise of hands. Who feels SA hip hop is not in a good state right now?
I like that no one raised their hands right now.
So what I get to with that is the fact that we all here, we think and we see that the culture is growing in the way that we see it in our spaces, right?
Maybe
But do we see it in a commercial value?
let me jump in, actually.
Word.
Maybe let's, what is the word? I don't have my English, it's early. Maybe let's, yes, what is a good state? Maybe let's start there.
All right, I think,
Let's thank you.
I
Yo,
think, right?
couldn't find
okay.
define, that's crazy.
A good state.
What's a good state?
A good state is where every field, every section, every department of hip hop is healthy and making a living. Whether it's DJing, whether it's events, whether it's clothing, merch, you know, hip hop is we're in a situation where we can fill up. You know, Kabza is filling up, is doing what Casper used to do. We were in a healthy state. We were in a good state. That's what we need. That's what we don't have right now. We had hip hop shows on almost every radio station. You know, we had hip hop TV shows, you know, which we don't have now. You know, you're going to have people who ignore hip-hop the whole year, and then at the end of the year, because they want numbers to trend for the whole week, they're going to say, hottest MCs. What did he do the whole year?
If none of us raise, do we all agree with the definition?
Well,
There and there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? From what I'm seeing is that, so we've got traditional artists, right, that go the traditional route, which means once you drop, submitting straight to radio first. And then you start, and I think there's not an influx of submitting traditionally. So the new kids come and they're like, yo, we internet, we're chasing numbers. So if there's hype on the internet, why should I worry about the radio? Because if at the back of their mind, they're going to be like, well, they're not going to play me anyway. Usman and them, those guys are doing something that's unseen. Those guys are gold of Distro Kid, not of any major record label.
True.
Right? So they're like, well, I'm already gold, so why do I need radio? Why do I need to go and submit the traditional way? Because everyone's consuming me on the internet, but then radio will say, yeah, if they decide to catch on, because they want to get it first. It's always been about who plays it first. Even with TV, if you're going to fight with the channels, they want to know who has it first. Radio stations, who has it first, right? And you can vouch.
Yeah.
And then if it's now overplayed, or if it's just on the net and you're killing the numbers without radio also feels some type of like, oh, well, you don't need us, so we don't need you, right?
Yeah.
So the internet and the kids are running with that, but everything is still healthy. If Benjamin's doing an event, right? If the Lord is, doing something just with the community, that means something is happening. And from what he did, a lot of people have got a lot to say, but also they feel entitled that only what they say matters, right? And from Hype, your guys are getting submissions, right? On a daily, consistently, right? For us, it was like, yo, if we just make it onto the playlist for Hype, we're doing something right? So all the novelties from the, like, let's say pre-COVID have sort of disappeared. And we don't have a novelty kind of vibe now. The novelty is, can I hit gold? Or can I hit 1 million? Look, okay, then explain why Dust has gone 2 million. Dust, which is pretty ugly.
Yeah,
How can-
Njaka is on 3 million.
Bro, like, and if it's a rap album, even though he's out of retirement, coming back into retirement, he doesn't, whatever it is, whatever the stunt is, it's at a good space.
Now,
There's
respectfully, don't call it a stunt. Respectfully.
respectfully.
Yeah.
But it's a rap album, so I don't understand when you ask, like, if it's in a bad space or if it's in a good space, because everybody's consuming. But once again, before we started this, it's the entitlement of, like, what do I consume? And if my shit is not doing well, then I won't support anybody else until my shit gets supported. So today, the way the kids move is like, well, if the OGs are not supporting my shit, then and I've got 1,000 kids supporting me, then I don't need to worry about the OG. You understand?
Yeah.
Whether who-
I think
I don't know if that makes all sense.
I think that the platforms are there, not the mainstream platforms like what we are doing, what you are doing, what Zinga's doing, what Gigi's doing. All those platforms are there for the kids or for the everyone within hip hop. We got the internet, yes, but we need all other platforms. Let me tell you why. For the summers, they look at the radio monitor, Risa, they look at what's playing on radio and TV. They get all the charts and all the numbers for them
Submission.
Yes.
Submission.
Okay, wait. Listen, let me finish. I'm saying you have radio stations like Metro FM. They have the awards. For you to have a hip hop category, you must be playing that thing. I saw last time they had the awards. They nominated all these people on the hip hop category that are not on high rotation. You play them once or twice, and you're gonna nominate them like you did something there. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of cloud chasing, or okay, let's run with this thing to be politically correct. Last year, AKA was the biggest winner at the Metros, giving us an impression that hip hop is the biggest or is the most played on this station, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? So as much as we are hearing these millions without the mainstream media, we're going gold and whatever, we need these other things. That's what brands look at for endorsements,
About brands, right?
Yes.
I think you feel that it's not in a healthy state because brands aren't co-signing hip-hop at the moment. Brands will always jump onto whatever's fresh and hot. So brands themselves are actually quite flaky, right? They
Yeah.
just move with the times. And it doesn't mean that just because brands are now jumping onto what's hot right now, hip-hop is at a standstill. It's not. Like you were saying, there's independent events or artists, underground artists coming up, Pretty's getting his 3 million streams. There is stuff happening. I just think that brands just aren't co-signing it because they just don't see the mass reach
Or the ROI.
or the ROI, like you said.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I don't think it means that hip hop is not in a healthy state, though. I think we just lacking the co-sign from big brands. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just
Can I just one thing, because I think the prompt was, is SA hip hop in a healthy space? The one maybe very tiny issue that I have with that conversation, especially when we respond to it these days, is we'll always just go and pick out like the anomaly, the one guy that's doing well, and say, oh, but we have this. And it's like, okay, we do, but does that reflect the health of the whole community? Like, for instance, people will point out like a Reese or a Nasty, and it's like, you're literally talking about 2 or 3 people. Almost nobody else is doing it. So is the question, are there people that still exist that can succeed at hip-hop? Or is the question, is hip-hop, SA hip-hop, in a healthy state? Now, once again, from the responses we got,
Yeah.
right? Now we are taking certain things and making them not matter. We say, okay, radio's not playing. Oh, okay, nah, but it doesn't matter because we're streaming. Or brands are not fucking with us. Now the brands are flaky because they go
Like
with
I
what's
said,
hot.
we need all the platforms.
So that means we're not hot, no?
Like I said, we need all the platforms. We might be on the internet, but we need all the platforms.
That's all I wanted to point out.
All right. So
Gigi wanted to say something there.
I just don't want to lose that train. But Gigi, go.
Cool. My approach is a little more holistic.
So just to jump back to the brand. So let's go. Like, okay. So on brands are not flaky. They're going with what's hot because they're a business. Radio's a business, right? So they gotta make that money back. So what's happening with now the TikTok era is that TikTok viral sensations are bigger than hip hop artists because they got the numbers, number one. And then we come back to our hip hop artists and we're like, yo, how are you guys packaging yourself as an artist, right? If you look at Gigi, she's a complete artist, female artist. She packages herself. She went through a change, and she's packaging herself as an artist. So the way you look and the way you appeal to people is a true reflection on your brand and how you build your brand. So the brands, whether it be water, whether it be drink, whatever, is gonna go with what reflects with their brand, and they're gonna go with what's hot. So it's not that we're not hot. I can't say we're not hot. It's just that we have to now. There's TikTokers, right? So you must now. The next TikToker is now the hottest thing, and then they make a song, and then they're hotter because they're all following, right? And bro, we hot, but it's the packaging. It's the packaging. Like, how do you packaging? We hot. We hot. We are hot, bro. Check the streams.
Quellas, Usmaman,
Quellas,
Ebron,
there's so
Tony.
many.
There's a lot of people coming up. Like the come up game is
Okay. I just want to say, like, I do think that we do, and I think I was having this chats with Rashid once when we were talking about music videos and how if you were literally going to mute a music video that's Amapiano, it technically is hip-hop culture. Secondly, I think the traditional circuit of distributing, getting your stuff out has changed drastically, right? Where radio now, unfortunately, some of the promoters we've known coming up, I don't want to say I'm a fossil, but the seasoned people, where we have literally seen a booking agent who was hip hop become Amapiano. And I think it's not for us to feel that it's like, oh, everybody's like leaving the culture and we're owed something. Funny enough, Monde Dube is somebody who we also had a discussion with about that. But I think we need to understand that there is a time for everything. And I think the core of hip hop has always been revolutionary. But we can question, you know, you look at the roles of a Ricky, you look at the roles of an AKA, a City Lights, all these amazing people who came into the industry and somewhat made it cool in their own, you know, respective spaces. And I just think we're not doing enough with what we currently have, in the sense that too much is being placed on traditional Rashid. Too much when it comes to radio and what it does. But the sad reality is that we still live in a very dualistic economy where some people are extremely rich and some people are extremely poor. And the youngins like myself who didn't grow up in a very good environment will listen to radio. We will listen to that 99 point, oh, sorry, don't know if I'm allowed to know, that Thursday night, we will listen to that Thursday night show where the first time I heard Zinga was on that show, the first time I heard a Maraza was on that show. So I think for me, what hip hop needs to start doing is accepting that we might have just gate-kept ourselves. I will speak from a place of a lack of privilege where it was talent. The talent was the only thing I had. I couldn't buy anything. I mean, you were part and parcel of my journey as an artist. And the sad reality is that a lot of these Amapiano kids are coming from the hood. They're coming from the dust. And the internet, even though it's that little data or algorithmic whatever, is allowing you to be exposed to audiences regardless of who your mom or dad is, regardless of, you know, what university you went to or who your friends are. I think we're definitely shying away from the fact that hip-hop glamorized itself too much, and now Amapiano is that alternative where it's like, even if I'm from the dust, I can make it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I always disagree that hip-hop is having a hard time because of Amapiano. You know, because there was hip hop versus house, hip hop versus kwaito, hip hop versus gom. Yeah, we always been good. And the truth is that the truth about hip hop is that it's not easy. It's not an easy genre. A lot of Amapiano superstars are failed hip hop artists who tried, like honestly, most of them, they tried this hip hop thing, it didn't work out, you know, and they went to the other side and they became superstars. 90% of Amapiano artists wouldn't survive here with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it's the cheat code. It's easier on the other side. And we have another problem is people in strategic places. I said this before, 90% of the radio compilers are house or Amapiano DJs. A guy who's gonna tell you that this hip hop song is not good enough, you know, not knowing the half of this thing. You know what I'm saying? And then another problem is our own people. We have hip hop DJs and hip hop producers who are A&Rs at record labels. These are the people who are gonna tell you that hip hop is not moving. We're not taking any hip hop artists right now. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of flip floppers. You know, we're losing people who are not about hip hop. You know. Slicker on Life started as a hip hop publication, like pure hip hop. Not yes, I'm saying it is business.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing against the bottom line. You know, Cotton First was once hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, but wait.
You know what I'm saying? So us here, when we survive this Armageddon, you know, we're going to be seen as people who held it down for hip hop while others were jumping ship.
Okay, true story, Rashid. I have currently got, sorry, to your point. I'm so sorry,
No
Benjamin,
stress, no
not
stress.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
I'll keep the
Okay.
point.
And we had a chat again where I have a full-on project with the Kwelas, with K-Kid, with some of the upcoming, you know, young, amazing, talented hip-hop artists, and it's completely a hip-hop album. And I remember calling you, telling you that we've set up some A&R meetings, right, with some prominent majors. And you get there, you play the music, absolutely amazing, but hip-hop is not a thing right now. Pull out one song, featured, I'm a piano person, and it's like, that's it. That's the one. Coming from, I don't want to say too much, but somebody with an immense amount of hip-hop presence, or used to have, or I don't know how one would put it, but it ultimately is a deliberate thing. And then I would say to you, when you're a Kwela, for instance, who are currently these, like just, you know, everyone knows the Kwelas right now, and they're coming up. They're revolutionizing that one. They're coming out and they're creating alternative streams of putting themselves out there. What do you do then when a major says no, right? We have a whole lot of people who have decided on alternative media. And for me, I think as hip hop, that's what we've been. You've said we've had loads of Armageddons, we've had the Gom wave, we've had the house wave, we've had all of these things. Surely that would mean we need to sit around tables like this and create alternative forms to get out there.
Benjamin?
Yeah, I was also going to say, when it comes to is hip-hop dead, this and that, I'll take what you said at our last panel where you said hip-hop culture is more than just the music, it's the lifestyle, how we dress, how we move, all of that, you know, so it can never die. So even if you change the genre, the culture will be there. But we're pointing out a lot of problems, but we're forgetting the biggest one, you know, is the fact that we've lost GOATs, we've lost OGs of the genre. So you must look at other genres and see why it's flourishing is because they have people at the top that are pushing it and bridging it internationally and things like that. When we lose an AKA, and you mentioned them now, if we lose AKA, Ricky, City Lights, and even more, what happens to the genre, you know? It's gonna suffer, because now there's no Ricky to pick you up, you know? Cotton Fest still fills up. You see the power in his, you know, his presence, but without him being here, there's no one to help the next one get up. Same with AKA, how he brought Kostatich up, for example. And then we lose people like Kostatich, which was bridging Amapiano and hip hop and going international with it. So there's lots of ways for this genre to flourish, as we've seen with Blackie, as we've seen with Kostatich even though he went to piano, he was a hip hop artist initially, and he bridged the two, aka bridged it on even like lemons to lemonade, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kwenzekile is a bridge. So there's ways to bridge it and still do your thing and appeal to what's right now, and still hip hop culture, because it's the way we dress, the way we do our thing. It's just different beats that you'll either sing or rap on.
That's for sure.
The fact is, if Amapiano lost their goats, if they lost, say, Maporisa, Kabza, or whoever else is holding it down at the top, they're gonna suffer. It's not gonna be as easy to like break the matrix. There's no Maporisa feature to take you there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like now? Right now, I can take like any other artist in my label and put them on a Maporisa feature, and it could really go crazy because there's Maporisa there. If we had a Ricky feature, AKA feature, Kostatich feature, and a lot more features, DJs, you know. So when that happens, obviously the genre is going to suffer. It's hard to move forward. And so we've been in a state of trying to move forward, but now we're actually at that point where there's new kids coming in, there's new OGs that are taking on that role.
And hip hop is still there. Shout out, hip hop is still
yeah, we're
alive.
still here.
Last weekend,
the top of the league is gone.
Last weekend there was a hip hop festival in Durban. There's 2,000 people in attendance. You know, last year's Back to the City, we had 22,000 people. Are you telling me those people are not catered for by radio? Radio thinks those people don't want to hear hip hop on radio?
Okay, just to there's three things here, right? So so once again, like, okay, pre-COVID, there was iconic radio platforms, Season Scoop, right? These were things that were propelling hip-hop culture,
Yeah.
right? Let's go further back. Rap Activity Jam, right? Jump in if you want to mention certain things. Miss Cosmos, the Stir Up. These are pivotal things that we don't have today, not because of radio, but it's because of the novelty of the people that are hosting those kind of things, right? So like Zinger coming in is a pivotal thing, because just for Usman Mani to say like, yo, you changed my life, is something pivotal, and that's something that we should look up, and we got to all drive and support it. You understand? Because that's like, oh, I got to be there because that's going to make my shit blow up. If I go to OG show, I know you're not there no more, but I'm just saying, it's like I got to go there to play my song first. So we don't have those novelty kind of things anymore, where everybody goes to is, I gotta go to Ready D show in Cape Town, I've got to go to Gagasi in Durban, in Joburg, I got to go to wherever I can, I've got to go to Vuzu, you know what I mean? Like those kind of things.
Come to me on Ukozi FM.
Well, you know what I mean? But now we know, you know what I mean? So now you all know. We'll drop the email at the bottom.
That's the only hip-hop show
Hold
on
on,
national
right.
radio.
So that's the one thing,
Ukozi
right?
FM.
Then we come
Only.
back to what Benjamin is saying, is that there's been a mental stigma created around hip hop, where we're losing all our what's the name, our OGs, our people that are running the forefront.
Yeah.
So this stigma is now sitting. It's like a heavy cloud, and you know, some people are like, yo, they're getting cold feet because they're like, man, if I stay here, let me go to piano. And some people fail at piano, and then they come back to hip hop, and then it's like, yeah, it didn't work out so great as I thought, because I didn't get a Maporisa cosign, or I didn't get a whoever cosign, because you can only get it from the producer or the DJs, because they're running it.
Yeah.
Right? So those kind of things, there's a heavy weight, because people see it, and parents are seeing it like, I don't want you doing hip hop, rather go do Amapiano because no one's dying. You feel me? It's just a stigma, and it affects the genre. You know what I mean? So if you don't see it like that, but that's what's affecting it, and that's what's affecting everybody mentally. 100%. So they thinking like, man, if I come in here and if I don't make it, I'm gonna off myself for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Because respectfully, you know what I mean? Because it's like now you're pushing on. Yeah, the opportunities are getting suppressed because for no reason actually. Because remember, we don't decide who chooses the hits. The people decide who chooses the hits. Yeah. So if they're gonna go with a TikToker as opposed to an artist because the TikToker is more funnier, then they're gonna go with a TikToker. Right? So, you know, those are kind of things that, you know, and yes, Amapiano's got their OGs that's running in the forefront, but we also have our guys, and it's up to the hip-hoppers, if you're a hip-hopper, to step up, make the shit as glamorous as it is, as always, and then go forth. But if you don't have the balls to do it, then don't do it. Then just get a 9 to 5. You feel me? And I think that to me is more from my vision, what I see, because everyone's doing their thing. Why are you on over 100 episodes? Why are you on over 100 episodes? Why are you doing it? You understand? I'm not gonna chase cloud. I'm doing it for kids because kids don't have a platform to do interviews. That's why I do my podcast, because we don't have a shizners anymore. You understand? So I'm the shizners of YouTube now. You know what I mean? Respectfully to shizners and ETV and everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But I hope you get it.
Has the internet not removed the barriers of access to it? So for me, but it's also dangerous in a sense because I feel like a lot of kids don't want to put in the hard work, right? So like you rely heavily on access through the internet, but it still also has to come with the work that you guys put in to build your careers, right? That part should never change, and I think the kids are forgetting that. It's like if I drop a song today, it needs to blow up today.
No kid today is trying to do an interview and speak about themselves and say like, yo, go listen to my ish on this radio, whatever. They're like, yo, go check my streams, go check my link. Fuck a link, man. Go, let's get a radio interview so we can know who you are, or get onto a TV show. That's all part of the PR. They don't know how to package it. There's nothing there for them. So they just know the internet. Check my link. I'm on 1,000 streams. Check my link. And that's that. And that's why traditional versus digital is you got to do both. You can't just do internet. You can't just do digital. Traditionally, it has to come with getting a PR agent that can help you to plug in those spaces. Even if the PR agent's struggling because you're paying them, you still got to go and fight. Go get a newspaper article in your local newspaper, like a gazette. You still got to do that. I mean, we all used to fight for that because that's a novelty. But today, we're waiting for Illy to give us a retweet out there because we're going to get, 5,000 hits on that. You get what I'm saying? Because of the internet. So now we're using Twitter or X as our gazette or as our radio interview, whatever. You understand? X, you know what I mean? So
but
it's...
how else to break the matrix, though? You know what I mean?
He will tell you. He's going to tell you.
I don't know if you can break the matrix on radio.
No, the thing is like coming to add to what you were saying, these new age rappers, I can't say they're lazy, but they're not doing what our OGs used to do. Their packaging is bad, bro. Like I can see on my side when I receive a press release from these rappers, they just send a song like, yo, put me on, which is wrong. Like they can't even decode their songs or themselves in jail. It's just bad. So I feel like we should have artists sitting there so we can tell them, yo, bro, this is how you package your work. This is who you should email to for your work to be there. It's just so bad, bro. And they are more of like they just want to blow up anytime. You drop a song on Friday and next week you want to be big, or maybe you get 10,000 retweets from Abo Eel and stuff and you think you've made it, which is bad, bro. They chasing clout. It's horrible.
But the industry needs more people in other positions though, because everyone's trying to be the artist right now. So where are you finding your manager? Where are you going to find the person to do your PR pack? Because maybe as an artist, you don't know how to put together your PR pack, how to organize the shoots, how to do all that. So there's not a lot of people that are trying to be in those background positions. Everyone wants to be in the forefront. Even the managers are going to come do the interviews and they're going to tell you about the road, tell you about the lifestyle. So it's hard to find people in those positions that aren't trying to be in the forefront but just do the work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, another thing.
Sorry, Big Dog.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just a bit conflicted with the conversation we're having, right? Because we started off the conversation trying to figure out if we're in a good space or not. And then we're asked to raise our hands if we believe that we're in a good space or not, right? Nobody raised their hand to say it's not in a good space, but everything we've spoken about.
But that's what I
After
said.
that,
That's what I said, though.
is seemingly
I said
saying,
we're not in a space that we
I
used
didn't even
to be.
finish what I was saying.
Finish up, King.
Let me finish what
Oh,
I'm
she
saying.
let him finish the point. Finish the
Let
point.
me make the point I'm making.
Yeah.
We all sat here and didn't pick up our hand to say, no, we're not in a good space. But everything we've said after that point has been to substantiate why we're not in a good space. So is SA hip hop in a good space or is it not?
But okay, let me. I think I answered that. I said we are not, because we're not filling up. We're not on radio. We're not on TV. We're not. And
Should we raise the hands? All right.
Okay.
But I think either way.
Okay.
I can ask the question again if you guys need
Okay.
to.
Okay. When I said we're in a bad space, nobody objected.
because nobody told the truth about how
Yeah.
they feel about the
Because there's
space.
issues doesn't mean you're in a bad space. You can
Yeah.
talk to other
Nobody
genres
wanted
and
to
they'll say, yo,
say.
we need to fix this, fix that. Even if you're in a good place or a bad place, you can still find things to fix.
Okay, wait.
Because we pointed at so many that say we're not. Let's see if we believe we're in a good space. Let's point at those.
Why are we in a good space?
Okay, but now you see the thing is the question is it's so broad.
Yeah.
Right? And when you're thinking, man, I'm hearing a lot of good music. So I don't think you got to ask, are we financially in a bad space or are we musically in a bad space? Because you asking it like, oh well, the music is not reaching the radio or not reaching TV, so technically we're in a bad space. But I'm like, yeah, but we're in a good space online because that's the wave right now. Everything is moving online. So how you got to balance that in terms of good and bad.
Yeah.
Because- So you're sitting here like, man, some guy just went gold and not everybody knows him. So it's possible.
Yeah,
Without
it's a good thing. So
without
there are
any majors.
Just to
yeah,
add
there
to
are pros and cons. You know, you can't say everything is bad or everything is good.
because then
If somebody can go gold
Yeah, but the thing is
without
now-
being on radio,
let me
that's
let me
good.
ask this. Let me ask
But
this
you know-
again, guys.
Yeah.
Hold on,
So
hold on.
I think everybody's saying good because we're not going to be shooting ourselves in the foot when we're advocates for it.
But you're allowed
understand?
to. You're allowed to.
Yeah,
You're allowed to. You're
Yeah.
allowed to.
understand.
Even
Yeah.
Ricky not around, Quellas are still going crazy. We still have someone like Usman Mane, which we never heard of. In 1 month, everyone knows him. You know what I mean? There's things like that that can happen. So now
Yeah.
it's up to the brands, it's up to the radio, it's up to people that move in the other positions on everyone's teams to like make sure that gets seen, that it gets the exposure.
We
Look,
need
guys,
all the
can I
platforms
rephrase?
clearly
Let me,
there.
let me.
Okay, OG.
What I was asking with the question of is it in a good space? We wouldn't even have to have this debate in 2015, 2014. Hip hop was just generally in a good space. It was not a conversation that had to be. We all knew. Oh, I didn't. It's a funny mic. Let me just finish the point.
Yeah.
So where we are now, where we can have different conversations about what's wrong with the game, is a clear indicator that this conversation needs to be had because there's something clearly wrong with the game. Back then, we didn't have to talk about this. We all knew hip-hop was on top of mind. So when I say good state, has it been on top of mind? And is it? And if not, why not? And how do we fix it?
No, OG, we are good, ne? But not as good as we were back then, to be honest with you, you know. We have like your Ismamanis or your Uihlo, whatever, the Quellas. Is it the Quellas? I can't pronounce it. Those ones, yeah. They are doing amazing, bro. And if you go to the brands, ne, they will tell you they want numbers. That's what they want, right? We have numbers. Best believe we have numbers. But they don't want to work with these kids.
So we're blaming the artists then, if that's what you're saying.
No, bro.
Are they?
We have numbers.
That's what I'm saying. In 2014, we didn't have to debate numbers.
What are
because
the
it was
numbers?
clear. It
When
was
you
clear.
say numbers, what are we talking about?
Years.
Listen, right? If you look at packaging, it's like if you put Shane Eagle packaging wise next to Quellas, who are you gonna throw money at?
Okay, we have to know Diddy the packaging. Let's say brand.
Branding. It's a package, it's a brand, bro. You're still you come as a whole thing, you know what I mean? But some people also understand packaging, how you get wrapped up and they get delivered. He was talking about, if you go out
Yeah.
and put up PR, if you gotta go have a PR shoot, you have your friend that wants to be the main shooter. He's not making money at the club, so yo, bro, shoot me and make me look good, and let's go make money out there. You understand? So all these guys, they've got all these resources, but they don't use it because they're just not thinking. Everyone's a photographer, everyone's shooting. No one's buying kicks now for Christmas presents. They want a D what Canon. If not, I can get the A7 Sony. You understand? So
Yeah.
because everything's now I want a laptop because I want to become a producer. Where overnight because I can't go to school. So rather let's save up. Let's get a laptop so I can go produce and I can become the next Smash Beats. You understand? So everything's evolving and it's changing, but it's like once again like yo, I was in my check as much as you the A&R. From whether you were hip hop or not, and you working now for a big label, you like, hey man, I still need to keep my job because after COVID we all saw that cash is tight, and it's like it's not as expendable when Zuma was out there. You know what I mean? Zuma was giving us money in 2015 and 2014.
He's back.
2014, 2015, we were eating right there. You know what I mean?
Yo, and another thing though, we need to school the kids and the fans. You know what I noticed is, like, I would say, I have a radio show, and people are like, I don't listen to radio. I have a TV show, I don't watch TV. What do? If you were on the internet, you would have million views. Where are you? You know, because we lie about the internet a lot, but we struggle to hit 100K.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
irresponsible, that
You know,
conversation.
This internet thing is a big lie, and
It is.
we need all the platforms. We need all the platforms. In Bergville, they don't have internet. They rely on radio. You know, so you're gonna wait for the whole year to get a booking at Back to the City and Cotton Fest because you're on the internet.
Which is the reality of a lot
You know
of
what I'm
hip hop
saying? That's
niggas
how-
right now.
That's how rappers behave. Like you on Spotify, every digital platform, but nobody cares about that.
Okay,
Guys,
guys.
You know, we
Another
need
thing-
all these. You need Hype magazine.
Let's do this, guys.
Another thing, when we talk about the cosigns, I'll let you rock out just now. Like, so were we really gonna depend on Ricky, aka, for the rest of our lives? So you're telling me Nasty and Reese are not in position to put a light on other niggas, on new niggas?
How can you put someone else on while you're still
No,
trying
I'm saying-
to put yourself on?
But that's what I'm saying. So who's doing it wrong? Whose fault is it? Because otherwise, how does it work? You wait. You pointed that out. Wait, hold up, big dog. You asked me a question, so I'm trying to respond to you, right? You pointed that out as an issue in hip hop, and I'm saying, but we have people in position. When Ricky and AK and all them niggas were doing this, because they were the hottest niggas in the genre. So the hottest niggas in the genre are the ones who are supposed to put a light on the next niggas. That's what I'm
All
saying.
the hottest in the genre are youngins. They're not OGs. They're not like 30 plus. They are young.
These
Hey,
people
yeah,
have
but
10
yeah.
years in the game,
For sure,
big dog.
but, listen,
Yo.
but now what you're saying to me is that we need to
Who
rely
are
on the
they?
youngins.
Okay,
So
wait.
I'm a youngin
Yo.
that actually puts
Okay,
on
wait.
youngins as
Who
well.
is
So
Nasty
I
a
think that,
youngin
like,
to?
it depends. Listen, it depends on what their ethos is. Is Nasty trying to be the guy that's picking up like everyone in the game, putting everyone on? Like, was Casper trying to be that guy compared to AKA? Was Ricky trying to be that guy compared? Ricky was that guy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
what
now
I'm
who
saying
Ricky
is,
now?
Okay.
because wait, hold on.
Who's
Let
the new
us
Ricky?
cook.
I'm with you.
What
Big
I'm
dog.
saying is, you pointed that out as an issue in the community, and I'm saying you're now making it a personal thing to Nasty. I'm saying hip hop is doing things wrong. Like, we should take responsibility for the positions we're in. It's like with everything else that we spoke about. Oh yeah, these people are not fucking with us here, and this, that, and that. There are things that we aren't doing the right way. It's like when you talk about the branding and this, and these are our faults. This is not people turning on us. This is how we are conducting ourselves as a culture and how we're being received. That if we all sat here and watched Ricky and them niggas lead the way and show us that, okay, when you're up here, this is what you do. And Cass also, because he has a plethora of people that he put on as well. Okay, now you guys are at the top and you guys are the leaders. Why should they not be held to the same level of accountability?
Yeah.
As soon as I brought it up, you're like, oh, nah, but maybe that's not what what are we talking about?
Listen, but wait, with
Okay,
that being
okay.
said, but like
Let
with
me-
Nasty C, he brought Blackie with Aries. He's got like, and Lucas, but then with Aries, he's got like lots
Lucas
of
was Lucas was
Lucas
Pori and us at Black Boy. We
So,
brought
yeah.
Lucas.
Okay, not
Zinger.
Lucas, I said Blackie.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me add on that.
I don't know if Nasty brought Blackie
Okay.
either.
No, he collabed. He jumped onto ×4. It's Blackie
Yeah.
song, and he said, "Yo, let's go." Like,
Okay.
so that's the type of put on AKA would do as a feature. Whereas Ricky would have, "Yo, let me put you on. You're gonna perform here. We're gonna operate together. We're gonna."
Yo,
do
let
this,
me
that."
hold on. I've been trying to speak.
But just on this subject,
I'm here too.
We're still
I'm
here, we're still here,
too.
we're still here.
Come on. Okay. Just to add on that, all you need when you have the platform, you have the voice, you know, and you need to use it while you're still relevant. You know,
Facts.
Double HP, Pro Kid, they put people on when they had the platforms, when they were still relevant. And then KO did it too. Ricky and AKA. So it's not it's not the same people, and you cannot expect them to do it forever. You know. So who's hot and relevant and has the platform right now, and what are they doing?
Right. So hold on. Right. So yes, Benjamin's got a good point by saying that yes, the kids are hot right now, right? But they also don't have the power to really to give someone. You understand?
To pick you up. Like, 'cause who's hosting their own
Okay, but
shows?
bro, Usman Man is hot right now, right? Him and Tony Damani together, they are hot. But who can they bring right now if they still trying to run their race? But I'm asking. But I just said that now.
They're on the come up. They're not there yet.
But I just said that now. Hold on.
Switch,
Let me
switch.
cook.
No.
Let me
Not
cook.
the same
Switch,
thing as a
switch,
nasty and
no.
Reese. Are you
Bad
crazy?
example. Bad
That was
example.
horrible.
Hold on.
They're not there yet.
I wasn't finished. I was saying he has
Yeah.
a point, right? Because he said that if these new youngers are there now and everyone's watching them, they can also do the same. But they don't have the ability to, because they don't even have all the money and all the structure, right? But now another thing is people are wanting cosigns. The gripe I have with some people that have the platform that are there right now, and the kids are like waiting for a cosign. Now someone's like, yo, bro, you're hot. But then they don't do the collab the right way and maybe take the guy and show them the ropes. They don't have to sign them, right? Casper signed a lot of people. You understand? KO signed a lot of people. And those guys, some of them flunk, some of them don't make it. You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of like, the co-signing is also done incorrectly. You can't co-sign someone from a tweet. You know what I mean? Like a lot of, because it's a cloud. It's like, oh, check, yo, man, I gotta, yeah, put him on a feature. Put him on a feature and make it work. And maybe talk with the guy.
Take him on the shows.
Yeah, take him on the
Java's
tour.
doing that now with the Quellas.
That's
Yeah.
a real co-sign.
So
that people can see them.
Java can do it, but the niggas out here, they come on, people, come on.
Java's much older. Like, for example, Usman Man is probably in a similar age bracket to Aries and Nasty. It's just that they've been 10 years deeper because they got on when they were 16, 17, 18. So, like, I know, I understand. I'm not saying obviously they're bigger, but I'm saying they're still young as well. They're bigger, but they've been in the game for longer, but they're also still the youngins. Like, for example, Aries got put on by Ricky. You know what I mean? To some degree. Ricky brought out.
It's about the years in the game. It's not about the age. It's about the years in the game. Yeah.
But thing is like, but Benji, thing is like, you can't compare your Usman Mani and those guys. Those guys, they already have a name. They have a power to be like, yo, Tony, let's talk together. Aries can do that. Nesty can do that. They are the ones who are up there now. The same thing Proverb did with Resin, those whatever. Obarik did with Frank Casino. Our Nesty and Aries and those guys, they can do it. The problem is like they're looking for themselves.
Oh, okay,
My
what's
thing
the
is,
solution
quick
and
one,
way
quick
forward?
one,
Way
quick
forward.
Quick
Okay.
one though. Why is it though when we have this conversation, is an artist who's made it obliged to now start putting people on? Whereas what if he didn't have the plug for someone to co-sign him? He could have just done this all on his own and made it to wherever
But
he
then
needs.
how does the culture grow if you don't have?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a duty. How does
Okay.
the culture
It's-
grow?
It's part of the
I
game.
have to
does
do
the
it. What if
culture-
I'm just like, no, I'm an artist.
No,
I'm
but
hot. I don't care about
you-
you niggas. Do your thing.
But then the culture won't grow if you're not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If me now, OG, I have the power to put someone on hype, and I just turn my back on them, then I'm a bitch's nigga.
Yeah, but you maybe don't believe in the person. No, you can be a bitch ass nigga, but you maybe don't believe in that person.
No,
You understand?
I'm talking about someone who's the hottest and everyone can see like this guy is the future of SA hip hop.
But then
then
does he
yes, I'm
still
turning my
need,
back on them.
if the guy is the future and we can all see it as people who have platforms, do we still need to hear a song from him and KO before we're like, okay, now he's good?
You know what the other slice is? The artist is gonna say, I don't want
Yeah.
Make him
care about.
bigger.
But the other thing is,
We're not the
hold on.
market. We're not the market.
But we have
You
platforms
know,
where we can put this kid
He's
on.
not featuring KO for us, but for the masses out there.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
slice is also the artist is gonna turn and say like, I actually don't want to be put on my zinger. I'm waiting for KO. So it's a two-way thing too. You know what I mean? Some artists can be like, yo, I'm trying to come up, but actually I don't want to co-sign from Illy, even though he's got the platform, or from Benji. I don't want that. I want the co-sign from Nasty, and I'll wait until I'm super broke and then get a job. They won't do the steps. They want that 2-minute noodle success. You understand? So they're also dodging. You understand? So I don't. It works two ways, because as much as you want to help that person out, they gotta be willing to receive it as well. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things here.
Yeah, guys, we've heard a lot of problems. What's the solution and the way forward?
Also, a cosign doesn't guarantee success. By the way, a cosign doesn't like who can you cosign? Who can cosign you now and it'll guarantee your success? The same way, like a Maporisa can cosign someone coming up and it'll do big numbers. You know, the same way like when Ricky would cosign someone, it was like look at the whole like catalog of people he's co-signed. They all did something and they all did great. Like
shows with him. He did
for sure. Like from Costa to the Big Hash to Frank Ocean to the like you see how much that can do though when someone's actually pulling out.
And
like
some of
changed
these big
lives
artists,
forever.
some of these big artists are doing this co-signing thing wrong. You know, you think if I give you a verse, that's it. And you don't even post, you don't even tweet, you don't even show up for a
That's
music
not a
video. That's not a
cosign.
co-sign.
That's a feature.
Yeah,
Just a feature.
yeah.
That's
I've
not
seen
a
a lot.
cosign.
I've seen a lot of big artists, but this guy says featuring so and so, but this guy has never even mentioned this thing. You know,
When
that
Ricky did
25K.
the verse, you saw him on his Insta live with the kid. You saw him at the show with the kid. You saw him giving the kid a new fit. You saw him
Fully.
do, like that's
So
a
where's
cosign.
that?
Yeah.
Where's that? You know, like
But
where, how
so
does that-
that's what I
we're not
was
relying on
pointing
that,
out.
but
It's
where
like,
is
Yeah.
if we're gonna cry on the fact that that's not there anymore, then that responsibility is on the shoulders of the people that are at the top, because those are the only people that can afford to give away cosigns. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
We should come up with a way of helping them, unlike complaining with so and so doesn't want to co-sign so and so. I think it's up to us who are really working right now to make sure these kids blow up.
Just another thing, you can't also expect that OG artist to do it because mentally, they're also not fit. They're also not fit. Let's not forget that. As much as the guys up there, mentally they can't be taking on another kid. You understand?
Yeah.
As-
Co-signed other niggas. What is this?
Bro, but let's be honest. Like, Nasty's not right now gonna take on anyone. He's like ready to chuck. He's ready to chuck overseas, bro. He's not gonna take on anyone right now. He's not gonna take on anyone. He's not gonna even put them under his stable, bro. He just doesn't.
It
feel
doesn't
like he has
have
the
to
time.
be like that. It
But he
doesn't
does-
have to be.
Even like
It doesn't even have to involve money. Drake,
mentally, bro.
Drake co-signs Sexy Red without spending a cent.
Yo, Drake took 6 straight to the hospital. That's about as good as it gets.
Cosign though.
Yeah.
Visibility. The snap.
Bro,
Okay.
when you co-sign someone, tour with him. You know, when you are getting booked, take him along. You know, introduce him to your crowd, to those new masses out there.
Post
Okay.
with him, not let him post. It's gonna look like a fan.
So this is
You must post
I feel like
as a bigger artist.
this is another thing I feel like we haven't addressed, because I feel like we're exhausting the cosign conversation. I think we pretty much get the gist of it. So we spoke on radio and labels, right? And them turning their backs on hip hop.
Yeah.
They, like we referenced them, are business. So if as a business I sell what's hot because I need my numbers, does that not reflect about the music? Like, is the music still something I can play on Metro, on Cozy, and at prime time and on high rotation? Do we still make those types of joints?
Yes,
For
we do.
SA.
I believe we do. The
Okay.
problem is not the business, it's someone
Standing
at
there.
the door, standing at the door of the business. Do you let the music in to be heard
Right.
for the people to decide? Put it on Make It or Break It.
Bro,
You know, hot or not. We don't even get there because there's someone at the door not allowing that.
So let's say, for example, the A&R is out of touch with what's happening. This is what, this is another point that, it's basically the same thing. But if the A&R is out of touch, then how we'll never, because the A&R is just sitting there waiting for the next hottest Amapiano track or next hottest house track, right?
Yeah.
Or 3-step or Afro-tech. But it's just like, well, this is what the consumer, because they got to sell ad space,
Yeah.
right? That's what they got to sell, is ad space. And it's like, if the A&R is not in touch with what's happening on the ground, because once again, it's just the office job. And that's it. And as much as you gone to those meetings and you presented the Quellas and who else? Right? I mean, K-Kid is fire. she's hot. You know what I mean? And it's like,
But
you
a
o-
compiler,
right? So no, wait,
but an
wait.
out of touch compiler wouldn't know how
So
hot KK
100
is.
Exactly. So also that's the thing. It's like with the new change, you must also be on the streets listening. It's your duty as an OG to be there saying like, what is the real sound right now? And the only direction you can tell that person like, look, if you really want to cross the gap and make a radio hit, do 1, 2, 3. But you can still be moving forward, and then you will then change the wave of the music. Because you're touching those ears, because it's got to be audible, it's got to be likable, it's got to be listenable. And the kids, maybe they're raging, they're like, nah, fuck radio, bro. I'm going to just rage out here because I want to see people trapped to my shit. And once again, the good question is, how many songs have you heard of Travis Scott on local radio? But the kids are there consuming it. And the A&R is not consuming it.
I think the whole ecosystem is broken because of the people, like you're saying, in those A&R positions. Like you spoke about how we need to consume more traditional or use traditional media, right, to still push the music. A&R also needs to go back to a traditional approach. It's not there anymore. It's like you're looking at TikTok and that's your way of A&Ring. Like that's already broken.
Yeah.
Then you move to DSPs and then you look at the big playlists and then it's like, okay, obviously the editorial team is the one that chooses who gets onto these playlists. But even on these playlists, you won't see a lot of hip hop songs. Like on most of the South
question
African.
is why?
Okay, and I hear you, Zinga, and I hear
Why?
you. But I'm just saying, but also, there's also a weird culture with these execs and with all these A&Rs and all these people, right, who
Yeah.
are heading all these platforms where it's a click.
Yeah.
It's very clicky.
It's very clicky, true.
So they also don't even allow for access for these kids that, let's say, Benji's putting on to actually access them, to approach them, to speak to them. That's where the ecosystem's broken.
That's true.
I-
Before
and
we
they
close,
all
before
actually-
we close it, guys.
I know what Zinga thinks the problem is.
Okay.
I don't know what Zinga thinks the problem is.
I think
We're almost out of time. Let's
yes,
wrap it up.
sorry. I think you started this very well, and we're showing a lot of it here. Hip hop, as a society, has an entitlement problem. So we have this thing of feeling like the masses should like what we like. And it's like, no, the masses like what's relatable to them. Like, so what you're referring to, the raging and the mosh pits, we think that's cool. We think, oh, that's, great, we're going to go viral. The rest of South does not. So when you bring your raging song and your super trap, super sexy red song to radio, it's like, yeah, you and your people on the net think that that's fire. But we're not jamming that. That's all I'm saying. It's not relatable. Yeah.
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 And when a song like that comes out, surely the whole culture should come together and celebrate it, including the people on.
Which
and
we-
you know,
which
I'm
we
saying
did,
on the
yeah,
internet,
yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. But I'm saying radio, and on the way here, I heard it on radio. Actually, on the way here, I was
Yeah.
driving, I was playing on radio.
It is playing on
Yeah.
radio.
So I mean, isn't that an example of like?
One
of many.
One
Okay,
song.
guys.
So okay, so
One song.
okay,
now
so
let
there
me
are
give you a
examples though.
challenge.
There are.
Give me 5 more that you could say, just like Check, we could put these on high rotation on radio for a South African audience that can all relate. Even if I'm not super deep in the hip hop corner, in the niche, really like, but if it comes on, I don't mind. I'm having a good time. Give me
Yeah.
5 more.
What's the
I
call?
can.
What's the
but-
call?
but-
What's the
What's the
call?
cause effect? And
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be that.
yeah.
Dr. Pepper now also issue is dope as well. Issue.
Yeah.
But you're asking us right now. What?
Yeah, but the thing, okay, listen. Another thing you need to understand that there are songs like hot songs that are not promoted or that are not out there. I go to Zakwe's event in Durban. I'm like, yo, these kids are amazing. I go to Cape Town to a session. Like these songs are amazing, but there's no movement to get these songs out there. Okay, we're out of time. Before I close it,
We're gonna need a part two.
okay,
We're gonna
listen.
need a part two.
In America, in the US, every city has 100% hip hop radio station. We are still 30 years behind. We are still 30 years behind. Is it impossible for us to start our own radio station?
That's easily
Wait.
done. That's what I was saying.
Is that impossible?
From the beginning that we keep saying Zbanban needs to co-sign, Zbanban. What
No.
about you, Rashid? Who are you
I'm saying,
putting
I'm
on?
asking, I'm putting
Hold on.
it
I'm
on
saying,
us.
it's more.
Yo, you're not
Just to
answering
answer-
the question. I'm putting it on us. Is it impossible for us to start a hip hop radio station?
No, it's not.
Not
It's
at all.
No, it's possible. It is on us. It is on us, 100%. But that's where we've got now this coalition of podcasts trying to do something. Because if we don't have the funds, then use what we got, right? So shout out to like our M Studios or Bro Beans, and it's those kind of things because we're using those resources. But going back to what you just said now about the American stations, did you see what happened with Method Man and Redman when they came on at Hot 97?
Yeah.
It was the generation gap was too big. You know what I mean? And it was just like the people just stood there like, who the fuck are these niggas? But they still freestyling on like the Rock Wilder, and you're just like, what the hell? And Method Man came and said, fuck Summer Jam, because they have the power to play that music why before they get to the main event, so that the kids are aware, like, oh, these people are coming, whatever.
Yeah.
So that when Method Man comes on, it must be like, fucking, yo, we're taking our shirts off, we rage even harder before Sexy Red comes on, or a Travis, you understand? But because of, like also going back to only getting booked for 2 events the whole year. The whole
Yeah.
year. But you couldn't even go maybe for yourself as an artist. Like the Quellas, why can't they do their own festival?
Yeah. You know what happened? What happened with Method Man and Redman? Yeah.
We saw you. No, I saw that.
The only
Okay.
OG out there. I was looking for all the OGs. I was the only OG out there.
Yo, switch.
Shout out.
Java was there. Facts.
Yo,
yeah.
switch. The point of Redman and Method Man. I'm gonna make you an example. That's like bringing Arthur to an event where there's Bo Youngster, Namaporisa, and them, and you expect him to rock when his music is not even played.
Yeah, but remember that's quite, bro. That's iconic, bro. But also we've instilled it into our kids. They'll never forget Zola either. And that's why those guys can still walk and just be like, yo, we're gonna drop. But also Arthur's done his job. He's made that money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, now
He's not doing that,
like,
he's doing some
bring
other tender
him on
money
stage
right now,
and
you know
see
what I mean?
if the kids are gonna know his songs.
Bro, they will.
I think my last point, because we're wrapping up, is
Yeah.
if in our history, because our history helps us with our direction to our future, if we look at any of our biggest exports, they represented, reflected, and related to South Africa and South African people and South African sounds sonically. I'll leave it at that. So whatever y'all want to do with this hip-hop thing, wherever y'all want to take it, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Last one, Benjamin.
Yeah,
last
but
one.
regardless of anything, you gotta just keep operating, because no matter what response I get or whatever, I'm still gonna keep hosting Street Fest, still gonna keep hosting Underground. But the problem is when we host like 20 and we host like 20 Street Fairs, 20 Undergrounds, and then there's still no sponsors on board, or there's still like the culture's still not coming together. We can put Nasty there, we can put Aries, you can put MT, but where is the support from? See, that's support from artists. So now I thank Nasty, I thank Speedster, I thank Nasty, I thank them for co-signing my event and coming through.
Yeah.
And so everyone that's been on my events, I'm thanking. So those are
I've been,
artists.
yo, I've
Those are.
been.
But you see, you're in the culture. Those are artists now. Where's the radio supporting it, promoting it? Where's like the brands and sponsors putting money into it so that it can grow to the size of a Cotton Fest? Like when you're watching someone do like 10 of those and then another 10, and then you know what I mean. At some point, something needs to pop off, So I think that's the demotivation a lot of artists face, where they put out 10 albums and nothing's happened because there isn't the brands or the radio or TV, whatnot, or the people in positions that are actually gonna push.
Yeah,
things.
that's it. We're out of time.
Gotta
We're
close
out
it
of
up, gotta
time.
close
We're
it
out
up.
of time. Yo, I think we should do this every once in a while, and I think we're gonna see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Shout out to M Studios. Thanks to Ili the host. Thanks to DJ Fifla. Thanks to Not Benjamin. Thanks to DJ Switch. Thanks to Zinga, the Lord of the Jig. Thanks to Gigi Lemaine. Thanks to my partner in crime, OG Samge.
It's the Masterclass Podcast, episode 124. We'll see you guys next week, Friday.
Peace.
You know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG, shout out to Rash K, set a new standard. Other bars in the